Okay, so here comes a lesson on auras and how a psychic reads a client. Now, I know this is just the first in the series of psychic level 1 development. And even if you are more advanced than that, you can still have a refresher. It's always good to remember where your information is coming from and how important it is to clear your energy. So I'm going to teach you, even if you're not wanting to be a psychic, I'm going to teach you how gunked up your energy field gets without you realizing it and what is filling it up. And then I'm going to teach you how to clear it. So this is really important. All three of those things are super important, whether you're a developing psychic or you are just a regular person walking down the street and you would like to know how to manage your energy more efficiently so that you don't feel heavy. And the focus is on the psychic part of it because that's what we're talking about. That's what we're teaching. We're teaching psychic development level 1 right from the beginning. And it's good to refresh and it's good to really understand it. And as you have heard in past videos, you know that I was a former kindergarten teacher. And so a lot of my work involves being silly and having fun and drawing little silly pictures and um, all that kind of experience for you guys, because I do have a belief, and you'll hear me say this many times, that if you're not having fun, why are you even learning? And yes, while this development can be serious at times, because as a psychic who taps into the consciousness of the globe, I pick up very serious things like catastrophes and plagues and pestilence and all these very, very fear-based kind of things. I will say on a side note, they come in neutrally, so just keep that in mind. It's really important that we always manage our energy and that we're always aware that learning needs to be very exciting and it has to be like, I really want to do this. And it has to be because I love my life being a soul led life. I love that my life is soul led. And for some reason, I think I've talked about this before, that sometimes when you have a soul led life, logic can kind of sort of go out the window. We do need logic sometimes. And speaking of logic, that is a thought process. And part of your aura getting filled up, as you're going to see in a moment, has to do with your thoughts and showing you how very powerful your thoughts are. You've heard this many times when you look on videos on YouTube or when you're reading a book or you're on social media and you're like, someone keeps giving you these quotes or these quotes that you see all the time. So your thoughts are very powerful, and be careful how you're speaking because your words manifest very quickly. And I'm going to show you an actual diagram of what happens of everything that you're talking about, so you'll know what actually they mean by that. Okay. And then I'm going to show you how the psychic portion of it, when you are the psychic on this side of the table and the client's over there, when you're the psychic, how are you picking up that information? So there's a very strong, important interaction between client and psychic all the time, right? So as a psychic, you also have to understand that you need to keep your energy levels up and you need to have your aura clean. So when I show you this diagram of how full your aura can get with these seemingly silly things, and you get clogged up, and sometimes you can get sick, right? So if you don't clear your energy properly, you can actually make it very, very gray and slow turning and not kind of stagnant. So if you feel a bit stagnant in your life, either as a psychic or a student or a client or just a regular person, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Okay, so let me show you my screen here so you kind of get a visual what the heck I'm talking about. But we are going to start at the beginning with the aura. Okay, so I'm going to show you my screen. Give me 1 second. Perfect. Okay, so I make it very simple. I made this myself on Canva. I've been working with Canva since I started my business, so 7 years I've been working with Canva. If you ever want to create logos for yourself when you are a professional psychic or medium, that's a really good app to use. So imagine this is you, okay? This little stick man looks like the bathroom design is you. And this oval that you're seeing here, I'm sure you can see that oval. So this oval, okay, is representation of your aura. So an aura is, and then I probably should have put all the chakras. So all the chakras are here. So your root, sacral, solar plexus, heart, higher heart, throat chakra, third eye chakra, and your crown chakra are all in line. And the energy centers create this massive, very important energetic bubble around every single, so your life force energy in here. Okay. So why do we need to know about this? All the mentions that all the ideas that I just mentioned, is those are some of the reasons. But when you're trained to be a psychic, you understand where you get this information from. I've had students who are brand new. They're like, how am I doing this? They literally said, how am I doing this? So I have to teach you, how are you doing this? It's one thing to want to be a psychic and to do readings for people, but it's very important also that you know how you're doing it. You need to understand how energy works and how you're interacting with a client on an energetic level and a telepathic level. Okay. Everything is energy. And what the work that we are doing is energy work. And it's very important to know there's not any logic involved in anything that we're doing. None of it. As soon as you get logic involved in what you're doing, you get out of the psychic realm. Okay. So we all have an aura, energy centers, and this is around us all the time. Now I do need to point out that this should be just 4 feet. And this goes behind you and around like a bubble. Imagine yourself that you're in a bubble. Okay. And that the ideal situation would be that your aura is only 4 feet at the most around you and behind you in your bubble. However, you might notice that if you go somewhere where there's a bunch of people, so I always use the example of a grocery store, you might come home and feel very tired or frail or just like super drained. It's most likely because your aura was too big, it was extended. And then you're also immersing and merging with other people's auras who have no idea what I'm talking about. They have no clue why they're how big their aura is or what an aura is and this kind of thing. So your all energies are all mixing with other people, which is why you can come home and pick up other people's stuff. That's why. Okay. So it's very important that you're very aware of your own personal aura and also how to keep it tight and within you. And that is with visual and intention. Okay. So it's kind of like brushing your teeth. So every morning, hygiene, clear your energy, bring your aura in, and then go out and see if that helps you. Okay. So now, these little balls here are what I like to teach people are called spitballs. I call them spitballs. I don't know if any other teachers call them spitballs, but I call these little dots in here spitballs. And if you notice, they are most likely the colors of the aura as well. Oh, sorry, I'm the chakras, not the aura. And your aura has colors depending on the strongest, most well-functioning energy center. And that if you have an aura graph, if you take a picture of your aura, this is what you will see. Okay. Now, these are not your chakras, just to let you know. I want to show you how your aura gets very full of things. Okay. And then I'm going to tell you how the psychic goes in and get this information. So if you've ever had a psychic reading, you know that psychic is about people who are alive. So a lifetime person who is on earth still, and about time. Okay. So past, present, and future. So there would be a timeline, and you're looking at the person in front of you, what's happening right now, in the past and the future. We will train on this, don't worry, but this is the definition of psychic readings, okay? We do this telepathically, we do this with a feeling, we do this with a knowing, we do this with a vision and a song and all these things at the same time. But I'm getting ahead of myself. So I want you to know this is you, and why do you have all these dots all over yourself? Well, now listen very carefully. So every single thing that you talk about, you have a conversation about the light bulbs, or you have a very important conversation, or you're talking to your partner, then you're going to break up. Everything you speak creates a spitball, creates a little round energy floaty thing in your aura, inside your bubble. Every thought that you have. So every thought that you have. So let's say I have a thought that I want to quit my job. Spitball from you. I want to quit my job is one of these little tiny, let's say this one, okay? One of these tiny little dots. So whenever you say something, it creates a spitball. It's energy. Every experience that you have or ever have had, so more in the past, that will be from your subconscious or your filing cabinet in your head, but experiences, let's just say you went camping. You went camping last week, and so I'm psychic, and I'm going to go, oh, I'm going to go to this spitball. Oh, you went camping last week, and you had a flat tire on the trailer. Oh, spitball. Everyone you know and all of your family members are spitball, especially if you amp up the energy of a argument or you're not speaking to someone. These kind of extremes with friends and family mostly are in here as well. Names of people are in here too. So let's say you have a John who's a best friend. John is a spitball as well. So I'll pick it. It's not as important, but I will pick up the name John, and that would be someone that you know as well. Okay. Relationships are a big one. So in a psychic reading, you ask questions about your relationships, and a relationship is here and here and here. Okay. Conversations, that goes with everything you speak, but a conversation that you have with someone about renovations in your house. Boop, spitball. Need to do renovation. need to fix the faucet. And these sound like really random, boring things. So they would be more of the smaller energy centers. And then this big one would be like, you're going to get a promotion, or you're going to get money, or you're going to get a new car, or you're going to get a new partner, or you're going to move to the house that you always want to, or a dream is going to come true. Okay. These little ones seem random, but they're important. They're showing you what you're thinking about, what you're talking about, and how powerful everything is that you're doing. Okay. Where you went today, right? So I always test my students. I do a cold read. I said, okay, where did I go today? And let's tap into where I went, and I'll put a map on screen. And they have to actually tap into the map of where I've gone. That is a spitball as well. So the smaller one would be I went to the dentist. The smaller one, and I get a smell with that too. This bigger one would be like I'm going to Florida. Okay. So all of these plus more things that I can't think of right now. This is all in your aura. All of this. It's kind of gets kind of heavy after a while, right? So if you don't clear it out properly, what are you going to do? You're just going to feel heavy and start getting run down and feeling sick. Okay. So this is the same thing, but the psychic, so you're the psychic, you go in energetically and you pick out the most significant spitballs. So what you want to do is pick out this one, and maybe this one's important, like they're going to get a new job, they're going to get like these kind of things, and you pick up those, and that's the general reading. Now, if you want to go a little bit in deeper in more levels, so level 2, 3, and 4 that we're going to do in the future in the School of Psychic and Mediumship Study, is you would go a little bit, what kind of job are they going to get? Is anything going on with the boss? Is the boss trying to get them to not get the job? All these kind of things. And you dig deeper into the spitball. But for now, I'm just teaching you about the spitballs and how powerful energy is. Okay. So this is you. Just kidding. It's not you. I look nothing like this, by the way. This is a psychic, obviously, with a crystal ball. I only know one person who's a psychic who's a crystal ball. That's it. I don't have a crystal ball. You don't need a crystal ball. If you have a crystal ball, you don't need it. It's just for show. Okay. You are the crystal ball. And also crystal balls have like a very bad stigma to them. So you probably don't want one of those. But psychic goes in and goes, oh, and here's a spitball. Oh, I'm going to read the spitball. And then you take out the next one. Oh, here's another one. And you read what's on the paper of the spitball that was mushed up, and then the psychic goes in and goes, oh, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. You have 4 kids. You're getting a new cat. All these kind of things. Okay. And then this stays here for a while, but what you need to do is you want to go back to this. So you want to make sure this is maybe got like 2 spitballs in it. So you can't really get rid of all the energetic spitballs because it just hangs there. So clearing your energy. So sound baths would clear your energy. Oh my goodness. Sound bath would clean your energy. A spray, like a Florida water kind of spray, this kind of thing. Palo Santo, taking a salt bath, going in nature and setting intention. And so what I do is I call in Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael. I don't know if you resonate with angels or not. And they sort of clear my aura as I'm sleeping. So before I go to sleep, I ask for them to clear my aura and return it to its natural state while I sleep. That doesn't mean that all the spitballs are going to come out. Okay. They might still be in there. But for purposes and like visuals, so you can understand what I'm talking about, that's what it looks like. And the colors are associated with your chakras. Okay. So your energy centers also need to be clear. The one thing I will say before I end this training video is that you don't want to open up all of your chakras at once. I've had situations where untrained professionals who maybe don't understand the damage that can do. If you want to open all your chakras in the shower, I'm going to open all my chakras. You have a possibility where part of your soul could leave your body, and then you start to feel like you're there, but you're not really there, or you feel like something's missing in your life. That could indicate you have soul loss, or part of your soul is like not all. So another thing you can clear your energy at nighttime is to call back all pieces of your soul to make yourself feel all clear and comfy and back in your body and grounded and ready to do more lessons and more training in the School of Psychic and Mediumship Development. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and we'll see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.